So as you can see, I'm in a town, which means we've made it to Dubois, Wyoming. And we, in this case, is me and Janity. Well, things didn't entirely work out the way I planned. The original plan was to do the red line until the highway and then hitch into town. However, we've been hit with rain over the last couple of days. And one of the things that I apparently learned on this trail is it's very important to keep your phone dry when it rains for extensive periods of time, because the kind of the light drizzle that we had for the first 70 days are definitely over. So now we did have hours of rain and also rainy nights. And there's a couple of things that I noticed. First of all, that the shoulder strap bags that I have, like these ones right here, and my hip belt ones, these ones right here, they used to be waterproof. They're not anymore because the backpack is like 6 years old. And another thing I found out is that shoving your phone into your already soaked pants also isn't the best of ideas. So to make a long story short, I didn't really have a good place to store my phone during extended periods of rain. So I got really wet, and the charging port wasn't working anymore, and I had less than 20% of battery left, and it was still about 45 miles into town. And so the other thing, and that's on me as well, is that I didn't forget, but I didn't actually put the GPX track on my smartwatch to have a redundant navigation, because I didn't have enough time in town. And so I was just running out of navigation capabilities out there, and that's why I decided to bail out on a different route to get to Dubois earlier, to be able to dry out the phone properly, blow dry it a little bit, put it into rise, and make sure that I actually can charge it again. So I'm here a day early, which is not terrible. I also found out that my tent is coming in on Monday, so tomorrow, so I don't have to wait unnecessary days in town, which is great. So I'm just going to do my usual errands, resupply, laundry, and also have an extended look at the backcountry licenses for Yellowstone, because we as CDT hikers can't do it through the phone, but it helps a lot if you know which campsites you want. So I do need to look at that as well. And the other thing that I also need to figure out is what I'm actually doing after Yellowstone, because that is only about 100 miles away. So it would be good to know that, because the logistics and the resupply might potentially require my remote trail angels to become active. That's always helpful if they know in advance what to do. So aside from that, today was actually a funny day. This morning it started off with us walking into a very strange concert of noises. It did sound like animals, but I wasn't entirely sure what it was, even though I grew up with a lot of cows. I thought it sounded like cows, but I've never heard like that kind of cow noise. And we heard it from about a mile away, and then when we eventually got closer, it was clear that it was cows, but it was so many cows in such an agitated state and in a noise, in a volume that was really disturbing. So we walk out into a meadow, and there's I'd estimated it about 100 cows with about 50 calves on a huge meadow, split into two groups, and the trail goes right through it. And I don't know why they were so agitated, but they were all like screaming, yelling, running around, staring at us. It wasn't fun. It kind of felt like you were standing at a 6-lane highway, and there's cars going left and right, and you have to cross it somehow, because there were cows going all over that meadow. And so we just ended up waiting for like a gap in traffic, I guess, and then we beeline straight over that meadow and into the forest on the other side. Now the unfortunate thing is that the herd was like all along the trail, so we had to bushwhack for about half a mile around the herd to actually get back on trail. And after that, it was really unproblematic. It was about a 10-mile walk up onto Forest Road, and that Forest Road then took us out through like a network of roads and trails to a town called Dubois, which is just on top of a ridge where you can drop off down to the highway and into Dubois. So that's where I arrived now. And that's all that I have for today, because I didn't really film anything, as I didn't have any battery at all, and I didn't want to waste it on filming if I needed it for navigation. Now Dubois is a really cool town. It's neat, it's compact, it's like, I don't know, it's typically like small town America. It's really neat, it's got really friendly people. It's got all kinds of funny little quirks and things. Took some pictures, some snapshots of what you can see down here in town. And I'm gonna spend a zero here tomorrow, as I don't know when my tent will get here. I just know that it arrives sometime tomorrow. So I'm gonna do my resupply tomorrow, get my tent tomorrow, and then be on my merry way on Tuesday morning. Then already on the way to Yellowstone, and hopefully with a fixed set of licenses, backcountry licenses, already pre-arranged.
All right, I'm 41. My trail name is Zinger, and I'm from Pennsylvania. Just by throwing out too many one-liners, just being a smartass. That is a very good question. No, after hiking the PCT, the CDT seems like the next reasonable, unreasonable choice.
And is the AT on the horizon as well?
Maybe. I have to finish this one first. My favorite day. I don't know. I feel like there's been a handful of them. Like just awesome days where the hiking's great and the views are ridiculous. And just BSing with other hikers. I don't know. Just those days where there's no need to listen to any music or anything because the trail's awesome. I couldn't pick just one.
All right. Did you have a terrible day?
Oh yeah.
Tell me about that one.
That was in the San Juans, and after just like a night of just crazy wind and hail and no sleep, we just had a long day, and the post holing started at probably 10 or 11 and continued till like, I don't know, 5 or 6 in the afternoon. So by the end of the day, just completely cooked. I don't know, the roadwalks aren't that bad, and there's more people than what you might think there are out here. Like you're not just walking in the desert by yourself for a month.